Hello buddies! Today I'm gonna claim a bonsai tool package in a known delivery establishment in the area, which was sent by my mentor. And later on in this episode, I'm gonna be taking you into stores where we could possibly find bonsai tools that we could improvise to start up the bonsai hobby, of course. So stay tuned. I'm pretty much excited opening this thing. Let's just get this over with and see what's inside. Time to unwrap this one. Okay, so it's my first glance at this. How beautiful. It's actually made out of high-grade stainless steel. This one is a wire cutter and the other one is a root cutter. It's made in China, but it's really durable. Here, let me get my toolkit and I'll open this one first. I'll let you see my branch cutter. My concave cutter, actually. Here it is. They're of the same brand. It's almost 2 years since I've been using this, and this one is my pruning shear. Its brand is Kanishin. It's made in Japan. It's quite expensive than the other tools that are made from China, but the quality of this could really meet your expectations out of your needs for this bonsai tools. And look at this one. I have here a wire cutter. I bought this online. I've been using this for less than a year, but look how degraded it is already. It turned really rusty just after a month of use. So it's the quality that counts. It's cheap actually, but the quality is what you're looking for when it comes to using your bonsai tools. Okay, so I won't talk much about their uses. I'll explain them later, and also which basic tools should you just buy when starting out. Because the truth is, they would really cost you that much if you would buy a complete set of these branded bonsai tools. And as promised, I will be taking you to the local stores which could possibly provide tools that are cheap and durable that we could possibly improvise to be used in our bonsai tool starter kit. So let's get going.
I'm so happy, my killer.
And our first stop. Before moving further, just a disclaimer, I am not promoting any products nor the stores or the establishments that we are going to be visiting, because the purpose of this episode is just to give you thoughts or ideas on what could you possibly need in starting out the bonsai hobby, on the tools that we are going to be looking for in these establishments that I have said. And let's start with the pliers and wire cutters, of course, ranging from 189 up to 199. And our pliers prices are this. And we also have small wire cutters here. That's 149. And we also have a portable saw at this price. That's good enough. They don't actually have much of the things that we're looking for, especially cutters and scissors as of the moment. So let's move on to our next destination. And in this establishment, they have a lot of scissors. To start with, here's a scissor that you could use as a trimming scissor, especially those hard to reach areas of your bonsai. It's just 180. That's a very cheap price for a 190mm scissor. It's a pruning scissor. Nice. And we also have here scissors of different kind. Still 180. It's nice as well. And we have here the 230 mini garden pruner, which you could actually use as a branch cutter. Not bad. And they also have lots of rakes in here and other garden tools which you could use. And here's another scissors that is pretty good for 180 price. 190mm scissors, extra long cut pruning scissor that would be good for trimming also. I think this will be a good buy. I'll take this one. And here we have a portable saw, a pruning saw actually. Its price is 388. I actually have one of these. It's nice. And we have another cutter here which could act as a branch cutter. That's 341. And we have another kind also here, 170mm. And another type of scissors, also just 180. And for our third stop, they don't usually sell bonsai tools here. Items would just depend on the stocks that would arrive at their store. Lucky enough if you'll have the timing, so you should be frequent in visiting Japan surplus stores like this. They do have lots of stuffs too, which you could improvise as bonsai pots. They do sell pots actually, just like these things I bought, but as I've said, timing is needed. And our last stop would be at a store in a known mall in our city. They might not have the tools that we've been looking for, but they have this waist twisting disc which happened to be available at their store a few months ago, costing only for $188. Way much cheaper than the original turntables found online. Okay, that was it. Just got back home. We're done with our tour, but let's not call it a day yet. Let's go back to my bonsai toolkit. One of the most important tools for bonsai, of course, is the shear. It's basically used for pruning, cutting out smaller branches and hard to reach shoots or water sprouts you want to reach out. But when it comes to thicker branches, I go for the concave cutter. Makes the cutting easier and to avoid damaging the pruning shear too, of course. Another interesting thing is about this root cutter, and by the name itself, very understandable. It's used for cutting roots, but somehow personally I would use this for crunching into deadwoods, other than the gin plier to peel away the gins on deadwood. So you could also improvise it as a branch splitter. But in fairness for the branch cutter, its concave shape would really give a clean cut on branches. So going back to the plier, this is just an ordinary one. You could use it to bend branches after wiring. And to do that, you need to have two. You'll hold both ends and just twist the other tip to make movements which, if ever, your hands can't manage. And they're of good use too in tightening up your anchors. Then we have our wire cutter. I have two now. The old one, which I showed you earlier, which is only good for cutting small wires, and this big one would really be great for big wires, maybe of 3 millimeters above. Sizes of the wires, as you may see, because it's large. But even if it's big, its tip is designed not to chew the branches when you cut the bonsai wire. We also have another awesome tool here. You've seen it and earlier, and how I use this in some of my videos gives convenience in your work and comes in an affordable price. Don't mind my cup of coffee there. I also have this keyhole saw. I have different sizes of this, and they're very essential as well because if I can't get through the branches, their function comes in. I actually made a buy from the stores which we visited. I bought the things that I thought would be the most important tools that you should have. I already opened them actually. There's 3 of them. The first one is the scissor, which we've seen on our second establishment stopover. The second one is the pruning shear, which we will be using as our branch cutter. And the third one, of course, will be the wire cutter. To find out what these tools are really made of, we will have a workshop first light tomorrow morning. Good morning, buddies. Today is quite a rainy day, but let's just do what we gotta do and have these tools used into our workshop today, which I promised you last night. So let's do it. So I have here a Vitex Barbie floor. It actually was initially wired I think 2 months ago, and our bonsai material is in cascade style. Let's just defoliate it first. And it's time to use these scissors, the pruning scissor that we bought. This is good for hard to reach places, such as this one. Yeah, that's right. So look at that. You could just easily get through them. That is its purpose. Pretty neat, huh? Nice. And it's time to use also our cutter in removing wires. I don't usually take them by hand. I use the cutter. Not unless if you want to reuse the wire, you could do it by hand. See that? Cuts through easily. Nice. It's very sharp. Let's get through into thin wires such as this one. But above 3 millimeters, that would be hard for this one. Time for the work of our branch cutter. Time for this other one, a parallel branch. You should remove it. Yeah, it did a cut. Nice. And time to remove these branches that I won't be needing to. Gotta wire them up now. And again, the job of the wire cutter. Easy peasy. Would you look at that? We did a little something out of those tools. Just gotta do some cleanup with this. I gotta take this out with the branch cutter, and gotta have a dead wood right here too. But its form is already a good cascade. Let's just finish it up. Let's just clean this one. And I would go for this keyhole saw for the dead wood. Basically we're done, and as you look at that, that was one nice workshop using the tools that we had. That's it for now, buddies. I hope you learned something. These tools might not be as good as the original ones and might have their limitations, but they're quite actually effective. See you again on our next episode, and hit that notification bell as well to be notified after subscribing. See ya. You could always scan for bonsai tools online. Prices vary depending, of course, from the number of tools in a set, the materials used, shipping fees, and the store packaging itself. Just beware of imitations. Remember, quality is what really counts.